Hi, I'm Corby Stowe with Oil Solutions Group. I'll walk you through a boil out procedure. First, you want to make sure the oil's out of the fryer, drain's closed, and you're going to fill the fryer up with water. Obviously, the fryer is off, so carefully pour the water into the fryer. Okay, we can go ahead and let the elements down here now. Okay, we'll put a little bit more water in there. Fill it up to the oil fill line. Okay, that looks about there. Okay, fryer is on, and we're going to hit the controls and get it down to about 208 degrees. Okay. All right, so we're going to set the fryer to 208 degrees. We're going to put our water-soluble boil out. It's just a tab. Okay. Once it reaches temperature, we're going to drop the tab in there and let it dissolve. That's all we do is put a dissolvable packet in there, let it dissolve, and then we'll clean the fryer out. Okay. Now that we've gotten up to temperature, we're ready to put the boil out into the fryer. You want to make sure that you don't exceed 212 degrees or whatever the boiling temperature is at altitude. It'll foam over. So what we're going to do is put a tablet in, and really, it's boil out's a generic term. It's an oxymoron, if you will. It's more of a simmer. So we'll go ahead and put the water-soluble boil out packet. This is 8 ounces of our boil out. Just put it right inside here in the water, and it's going to dissolve. And just let it kind of disperse and open up and let it start activating. Now during this boil out process, you can also put your fry baskets and any of the small fryer tools like a skimmer or whatever. You can put all that into your boil out and boil all that stuff off as you're cleaning your fryer out as well. So typically, just give it a few minutes just so that the boil out tablet will activate, and let the ingredients start penetrating the carbon and the grease surfaces. All right, so once the boil out is completely dissolved and activated, you can take your fryer cleaning tool, maybe a 3M pad or whatever that's suitable for effective cleaning. Just go along the sides and surfaces of the fryer. Go from top to bottom. It makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to get down the elements and go between the elements. Elements will get a lot of carbon buildup because they're very hot and they're in very close contact with the oil, and they do trap a lot of or the surfaces. They kind of hang on to a lot of the sediment and all the crumbs, so they'll get really getting baked on. Okay, so we've cleaned everything off, and again, you can put your baskets, your fry baskets, and some of the tools and things that you use for skimmers and things like that for your fryer. Just let them soak in there for a little bit. Once you're done cleaning, maybe 15-20 minutes, and depending on how bad the fryer is, you could even let it soak overnight at a simmer or whatever your restaurant's procedure is. So once the boil out's complete and the fryer is clean and the elements are clean, now it's time to drain the boil out and the residue and the water and everything out of the fryer. You want to put it in buckets. You never want to run it through your filter machine or your pump or the components of the filter machine. Okay, so turn the fryer off. And we'll just drain everything into the bucket here. You're rinsing the fryer out, put a little pickle bucket or whatever you have at the drain, and then use potable water to rinse and flush out the fry pot. This might be interesting because it's going to be completely full. Okay, so we're finishing up the rinse. All right, and then we'll finish up with a dry paper or dry towel. Get up all the residue. There should be no residue, but the residual water. Now it's time to return the oil back to the fryer. So we want to go ahead and take this off. It's going to be hot, so you have to be careful with it. Okay, drains closed, obviously. And we'll go ahead and return the oil back to the fryer now. Half micron filter. We've removed everything out of the oil down to the size of a grain of graphite. So we'll just pump the oil back to suck all that oil out of there, and we'll make sure everything's all up to level here in the fryer.